sure it's a big boy, though. Bring him up here. You just stand there for me. Faye, go and stand over there. What's your name, young man?
Henry.
Henry. Is it really impressive? Bigger than his? How big is it then? Wow. Faye, here's what I want you to do. Come a little bit closer. I want you to put both hands out in front of you like this, and I want you to call Henry down like this. Okay, do you know what happens when you call boys down? It gets smaller. You do that, and as I click my fingers, it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller. Tell me when it's gone completely. Faye, has it gone completely? You sure?
He's got a mangina.
It's got a what?
Mangina.
Would you say that a bit louder?
Mangina.
You lucky boy. Faye, here's what I want you to do. You're not allowed to touch. You can get as close as you want, but you're not allowed to touch. I want you to go and make sure he hasn't tucked it in somewhere. Remember, you're not allowed to touch. Get as close as you like, but you're not allowed to touch. Have a good look. Definitely gone? Up you get. Let me help you up. There you go, darling. Faye, shall I leave him like that? How did I know you was going to say that? Give him a big, big round of applause for being such a good sport. Faye, go find me the boy with the smallest one you can find. See that chap over there with a cap? Go check him out. I think the girls will tell you it's tiny. Ask the girls, they'll tell you. You can check if you want, but I think you'll find his is probably the smallest. Bring him up here. Jack, stand there for me. Faye, just stand over there for me, thank you. Is it really tiny? You don't know my friend Jack, though, do you? Watch this. He has a little trick. Every time I click my fingers, it'll double in size. Watch. Stay where you are. What do you think? Where is it now? Okay, Faye, when I click my fingers this time, it's going to be here. Impressed? Hands down by your sides. When I click my fingers this time, it's going to poke you in the belly button. How's that feel?
That's weird.
Weird. Tell you what I want you to do, Faye. I want you to slap it. See if it ripples all the way back. Is that nice?
Yeah, beautiful.
And again. Faster. Yeah, not too fast. Anything could happen. That'll do. Faye, when I click my fingers this time, it's going to wrap itself round you. How's that feel?
I don't like that.
Why?
Nah. No.
Tell me how it feels.
That's weird.
And
Weird.
does it feel tight?
Yeah.
Jack, when was the last time a girl said that to you?
A long time ago.
Oh, sorry, or a boy. So you don't like how it feels? Hey, look at me. Every time I click my fingers, it's going to get nicer and nicer and nicer and nicer and nicer and nicer. Nicer and nicer and nicer and nicer. Absolutely wonderful now. How's that feel? And better and better and better and better and better now. How's that feel? You know how that feels? Take that, multiply it by 1,000 now. You're getting good. Better and better and better and better and better and better. Absolutely wonderful now. How's it feel?
Yeah, great.
Cool. Shall I leave him like that? Okay, well look, you're going to have to help him back to his chair, okay, so you'll have to carry it for him. Take him back to his chair. As soon as he sits down, sort of wrap it around his neck and throw it over his shoulder. Okay, cool. Off you go. Wrap it around his neck or throw it over his shoulder or something. That's it. Thank you. Give her a big, big round of applause. Back in your chair. Paul, relax and sleep. There you go, darling. Sit yourself down. I think you had a bit too much fun with that. Just give me those back. Thank you. Relax and sleep. Okay. This is the last thing of the night. And guys, this is your reward for entertaining everybody as much as you have. But just before we do this, I'd like you to take a nice slow deep breath in, and as you slowly breathe out, feel your whole body begin to re-energize itself, because you're going to need it. When the next piece of music comes on, you'll all believe that you are sitting on a very, very, very sexy, vibrating chair. Now, all the time the music is on, that chair will just get sexier and sexier and sexier. It'll be the sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. But whenever the music goes off, you'll be very, very annoyed because you'll want the music back on. So in a moment, when the next piece of music comes on, you'll all believe that you are sitting on a very, very, very sexy, vibrating chair. All the time the music is on, that chair will just get sexier and sexier and sexier. It'll be the sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. But you'll be very, very annoyed whenever the music goes off. So, I don't want to wait and enjoy. And that chair will just get sexier and sexier and sexier. The sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. And guys, if you tap yourselves on the forehead like this, it'll get 100 times better. Try it. The more you tap, the better it gets. The better it gets, the more you tap. Sexier and sexier and sexier. The sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. But whenever the music goes off, you'll be very, very annoyed because you'll want the music back on. You turned it off. Was it good? How good?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Paul, was it good for you?
Oh, yeah.
Sarah, was it good for you?
Amazing.
Was it good for you?
Loved it.
Do you want it back on? Okay. When it goes back on this time, it's going to get 100 times better than it was before. So enjoy. Sexier and sexier. The sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. And guys, if you change your sexy position, it'll get 100 times better. So, change your sexy positions now. Sexier and sexier and sexier. The sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. Absolutely mind-blowing. Like nothing you've ever experienced before. But you'll be very, very annoyed when the music goes off. Was it good? How good?
Oh, it's amazing.
Paul, how good was it?
Very good.
How's it compared to Anna?
Better.
How good was it for you? Was you getting close? Do you want it back on? Paul, just stand up a second. Let me show you how to get the best out of your chair. Just move out of the way. It only applies to Paul. Just stand behind it. And face that way. Excellent. Now, when the music goes back on this time, it's going to get 100 times better than it was before. But this time you're going to be on the final countdown. I'm going to count you down from 10 to 1. When you get to number 1, you'll be in absolute ecstasy. Can you handle that? Yes? No. So you don't want yours on? Really? Yeah, you do. When the music goes on, you're going to be on the final countdown. It's going to get 100 times better than it was before. This time you're going to be on the final countdown. I'm going to count you down from 10 to 1. When you get to number 1, you'll be in absolute ecstasy. And one bit of advice, the louder you get, the better it gets. Enjoy. Sexier and sexier and sexier. The sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. absolutely mind-blowing like nothing you've ever experienced before. Sweet, I'll bring you... Faye, bring your chair back up here. Bring your chair, it's okay. It's okay, bring it here. I'll turn it off for you, bring it up here. Sexier and sexier and sexier. Sit. Enjoy. Sleep. The sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. Absolutely mind-blowing. Like nothing you've ever experienced before. And get ready, guys, because I'm going to put you on the final countdown. I'm going to count you down from 10 to 1. When you get to number 1, you'll be in absolute ecstasy. So get ready. 10. Sexier and sexier and sexier. 9. The sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. 8. Absolutely mind-blowing like nothing you've ever experienced before. 7. Sexier and sexier and sexier. 6. The sexiest thing you've ever experienced in your whole life. 5. Nearly there. 4. 3. 2. Get ready. Here it comes. And sleep. Sleep, 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 sleep. You didn't honestly think I was going to let them go to number 1, did you? Okay, guys, now like I said, that's the last thing of the night. Now, when I bring them up out of this trance, I want you to make a massive amount of noise for them. They have been up here near enough 2 hours entertaining you. But let me just bring them up out of this trance so they at least get to hear the sound of your applause. Okay, guys, I want you to continue to concentrate on the sound of my voice. I'm going to count you up from 1 to 5. When you get to number 5, you'll feel fully refreshed, wide awake, and back to normal in absolutely every way. So 1, just feel yourselves gently beginning to rise up. 2, all suggestions are cancelled now they've all completely gone. 3, feel the blood starting to pump around your body as your head clears more, feeling absolutely no side effects whatsoever. 4, feel yourself just beginning to return to normal consciousness, feeling fully refreshed, absolutely wonderful, very confident from this day forward. And 5, coming back to full consciousness now, feeling fully refreshed, wide awake, back to normal in every way. Love Boat, make some noise for them, the stars of your show. Come on, guys, they've been up for nearly 2 hours entertaining you. Make some noise for them. They were absolutely fabulous. Now it's time to hand you back to Tony. Wow, what a show, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together early, Alex Antoniades and tonight's volunteers. Oh, thank you very much, guys. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so boys and girls, we do have a very high definition camera just in front of the stage. The show was recorded tonight in high definition. Ladies and gentlemen, those who took part in the show, if you'd like to purchase a DVD, please come up and see us up here at the VJ Box. €10, 10 euros for DVD. If you'd like to pay €13, we will get you a free alcoholic cocktail for you and your family as well. Please come up and see us up here at the VJ Box to order your DVDs. And you can collect it from behind the bar tomorrow afternoon. It'll be ready for you for collection. The evening's entertainment is not over just yet, because coming up for you now, we've got a couple of party dances, karaoke, a little game show if I can get some participants also, and of course late night disco coming up for you as well. If you do choose to leave us early, don't forget, boys and girls, we do have live entertainment coming up for you here throughout the week. Please make sure you do check the boards outside the front of the venue. Once again, thank you very much, boys and girls. You've been amazing sports tonight.